Mm. Good morning. Good morning, crew. Shout out to the crew. Good morning. It is 8:08 a.m. And guess what? I got a meeting at 10 a.m. And guess what? I just spent the last 2 to 3 hours preparing for that meeting. So, and I got a show for us today. So I'm about to be blazing through it. So stick here with me. Stay tuned. Um, and bear with me if I move fast. When I know I got stuff to do, I start. But I am so excited to be back with y'all. I prepared the show a little bit yesterday and some this morning. Shout out to the crew. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for checking me out on Monday. I appreciate the love. I assume when I got back, all of my day ones and the folks who supported me from the beginning wouldn't have shown up, but y'all did, and it made me feel so good to come back. Shout out to y'all. We're gonna be talking about the concert. We just gonna call it the concert on Sunday. And I told y'all a little bit of details in that. Bobby, I saw your message. No, I ain't got no babies on the way. Don't be starting nothing, Zap. Don't be starting nothing out in the comments. Shout out to y'all. I do want to open the show up with one thing. I want to get back to it. I definitely do. And do I have it is the question. Let's see. I do want to start the show with something. I want to leave this on y'all spirits because I definitely it's something that sits with me and I just been paying attention to a lot of things going on. This quote: never run from the truth if never run from the truth. It is always there. It never changes. Save your energy. And you know why I wanted to say that? Because I've been hearing all of these conversations about what a trans woman had to say about her experience, and then a straight biological cis born from the womb, got a womb, giving baby what everyone. It just was like, oh my God. Okay. At the end of the day, everyone has an opinion. If we took the time and the attention and the energy we spend on focusing on this subject, imagine what we do in a racist subject. What power we could put behind bringing us together there. But we're here. And I don't want to seem insensitive to those who feel like I'm being disrespected. But one person who has never came to the conversation that we really have heard from, a stud. And I would love to hear what a stud has to say about this topic. You know, a stud being a lesbian who carries himself more dominant, assumes the more dominant role in a relationship. I'd love to hear what you have to say. In fact, hold up. I want y'all to hear what this stud had to say about this. And I thought it was so true. Hit the nail on the fucking head. I said, okay, all right. Y'all check this out and make sure y'all hit the like button on y'all way in. Shout out to the crew.
I've been seeing the goddamn trans community, and let me correct it before I even get fuck. I've been seeing communities, all of the motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck who. Okay, hold on. I've been seeing people argue about who a real bitch and who not. This ain't gonna never go right. So I decided to log on to Twitter, and as I logged on, I seen that there were individuals arguing about the womanhood. But all jokes aside, like, I really don't know how to say some shit without get canceled. All I know is if y'all want to have periods, come take mine. Who want a period? Who was looking for their own period? Come get mine, bitch. Can we transfer them? All that shit with y'all ain't no women. Y'all don't even get no period. I don't even want one, bitch. Come get this motherfucker. I'm finna put it outside for a bitch. Y'all be arguing about the most craziest shit. I'm so glad the studs don't have to go through that. We don't give a fuck if you consider us a bitch or not. Bitch, my nephew, my little cousin just asked me was I a girl or a boy, and I told him motherfucker both. Y'all better start using this shit to your advantage. Be both. I've been.
I wanted to show different sides. Really haven't heard that, and I resonated with so many points of it, and I'm like, but that's her opinion. Again, that's her opinion. Even if I agree with it, it's her opinion. So back to what I was saying in terms of the quote of the day, which I really want us to resonate with is never run from the truth. It is always there. It never changes. Save your energy. If that is her truth, you sitting here today saying something, going back, doing getting mad, raising your blood pressure, what you think you're going to do? You ain't going to do nothing. And it's great to have the debate and it's great to have the conversation, but let's not get sidetracked here. As much energy as you put in towards this conversation, this topic, what else are you focusing on in your own community to uplift your own individual self? And I'm talking to the trans woman. I found out her name was Angela Lee or Lee. And I found, and I didn't even know that because again, I wasn't paying attention to it. I didn't agree with what she said. You think I'm about to come out here and you better not? One, I'm a man, I'm a male. I identify as a male. So of course I don't relate to it. But two, I didn't see the truth in it. So I'm not going to argue with you and you assume that that's your truth. I didn't see the truth in the fact that women don't own periods, unless again, as I said on Monday, there's evidence. We're out. So I wanted to tap that conversation out. I just wanted to show another side. We hear the trans woman side. We definitely hear I say straight women, biological women, cis women, just all of the different variations of how you label a female. And I saw their side, and I've seen the gay male side. We are definitely out here like this, girl, if you don't get out of my face with that shit. So it was interesting to see a stud side. Now I would love to see a trans male side. So, I'm looking on the next show. I'm going to try to have a trans male side because I would love to know what's your opinion? What do you think? And like I said, in number of chats, in a number of time and conversations, I would not care if you came to me. I own having nuts. I own semen. I own testicles. Okay. All right. Cool. Hey. Power to the people. That don't bother me because I know what I know for a fact, 100%. Whether you think you own it or not, I know what I got. You know what I'm saying? I know, you know what I'm saying? So I just want some women to be assured that when these things come out, that's not reflective of all of us. I totally don't disrespect the place in the space of a female or a woman. People are entitled to their opinions, though. We just got to get better at understanding, is this a moment for us to go up? And if I do go up, am I going up with the solution or am I just going up, fuck it? So what's your solution to the response, Jess? What's your solution to trans women who feel this way and want to express themselves this way? What do you think they should do? That's too critical, though. That's too logical. That's way it requires too much analysis. It requires you to. So I would never expect someone like that to do that way of thinking. So I want to open the show with that. I'm done on that topic. I'm done. Unless, and biased or not, unless Spiller Boy TV has a panel and he's up there talking and I hear something, I'm going to hit the link. But other than that, I'm done. Roman's done. I'm tapped out. You're not going to get me rammed up in these conversations no more. It's way too much other stuff going on. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to open the show with that. Shout out to the crew. I see y'all filling up. I'm filling up in the room. What's up, A View? Thank you for coming through, A View. I appreciate it. And I do appreciate your support, too. Kings Mina. Hey, boo. Good morning to you. Alfredo, what's up? It's good to see you. It's good to see y'all still in green. Good morning. Queen Diva. Hey, Miss Toby. Hey, Miss Toby. I have to connect with you. Is it still restaurant week? We got to go hit a restaurant up or something during this restaurant week. Please, my treat. Let's definitely. I hit you back channel. We got to. Yeah, I was kicking the breeze. I just wanted to kick it back off with the show. I was like, nah, I'm not even going. What about a trans? That's what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get it. We already there. I love her, him, both, he, she. Tuesday you a he, Wednesday you a she. I love it. I like people who can express themselves. And with me, I'm always saying, if the shoe was on the other foot, if this was a female who wanted to express herself as a male on a Tuesday and a woman on a Wednesday, would I still have the same reaction? I always do that. And then I wanted to ask myself, well, why don't you? What stereotypes or biases do I have? But it's too critical to think like that. Yes, and please hit that like button on y'all way in. All right. So what up, Voodoo? Hey, Voodoo, thank you for coming through. I have a question. Do white women have this discussion with First of all, trans white women aren't going to come out here and try their white counterparts. First of all, they recognize them as their allies. So they're not going to put them on the spot. They're not going to spar with them. And let's just be honest. The suburban white woman's voice when it comes to topics like that, it will outpower them. They already know not to try that. Now, am I saying, well, are you saying that black trans women just know to come out here? No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that black trans women are oppressed a lot more than their white trans females. Of course, look at TV shows. Look at who they show way more in the trans experience. Look how long it took T.S. Madison to fight to get her own show on We TV. So that's really what I'm saying. And let me know if I'm going in and out here because I'm looking at my signal going down. So that's how I feel. And then there was X. What's up? King Kios, what up? What's up? What's up? Thank y'all for coming through. All right, yo. So let's start. Let's just start it off. I have to say a rest in peace. First, I want to do that. I want to say a rest in peace to Carlee Webb. I don't know if I'm not Carlee Webb. Lord forgive me. Quad Webb. I don't know if you heard a 3-year-old drowned in her pool. Now, based on the situation, what I've gathered, it happened on July 7th in Marietta, Georgia. 3-year-old girl Ari. Now, her niece, this 3-year-old, she showed us her in April. She put these pictures up on her Instagram, and people were asking questions at the time, like, "What a baby? What?" But a while before that, she had said that her mom and her had got custody of a child. So people were like, "You got a baby?" Well, no, we're sharing custody. So allegedly, this is the same child that we're all speaking of who has drowned in the pool. So it happened on July 7th. 3-year-old girl Ari. Apparently, she was outside playing for about 2 hours between 6 and 8 p.m. And around 8:30 p.m. is when the police received a call. And what was told was 2 men on the scene told police that they then got out to order pizza and hung out inside for a bit before returning downstairs. The police report said, according to the outlet, once there, they saw what they thought to be a doll in the pool, realizing it was the child. The men pulled her out the pool and called 911. Very tragic. Everyone's wanting to know, was Quad at the home? Don't know if Quad was at the home. Again, this happened July 7th. We got this on July 24th. So a lot of this wasn't shared with us publicly until a couple of weeks later. What we do know is that the mother and the baby was visiting Quad for a vacation. It was a month-long vacation, so they had been staying there for about a month. So we do know that, there was definitely some awareness of them being on the property. This is the sweet, adorable girl. So precious. So precious. And I don't have anything else to say about what happened here. I don't know any more details. I don't want to blame no one. I don't want to do any of that. But what I will say is it's the summertime, folks. We're taking our kids to the pool. We're taking them to the beach. Watch your babies. That's all I can say. I don't know if there was no watching or if there was watching. Watch your babies. Just watch your babies because we cover stories like this. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning. Good morning to you. Thank you for coming through. Hey, the Miss O. Good morning to you. Shout out to the Miss O. Out here doing your thing. I'm always proud to see you on a panel and stuff like that. It is sad. What up, ODS? Thank you for coming through, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate y'all for stopping through and holding me down. I really do. What's up, Fifi TV? There you go, Bobby. When you scroll back, I had a little message for you in the beginning. They said she slipped out and thought it was a doll in the pool. See, that's even more. Yeah, I don't want to say nothing negative and out of line. Be vigilant. Be very vigilant and watch. Be very vigilant. My pool will have a fence around it. Absolutely. Even with your dogs. If you're a pet owner, be careful with that stuff too. Eli's a swimmer, but I don't know about other dogs falling in the pool or anything like that. So you want to be mindful of that. So I wanted to open the show by rest in peace to her daughter, her great niece, Ari. Now, I have not talked about Carlee Russell. I have not at all. I've sat back, I've watched everybody do their thing, all these conspiracy theories. When I first saw this, I told y'all on Monday, I was like, no, wait a minute. Ain't no, but first I said, what color was the child? I kept saying, what is the baby white? A white baby complected. Could have been Mexican, Latino, but a white complected baby running on the street this middle of the time. And nobody else called the police. Okay, let me hear more about this. So we get that everybody. I'm sitting out here looking like, now, bitch. Now, what you trying to pull? What kind of stunts are you pulling? I'm on Twitter investigating. I don't found now as the story's going on. I'm finding out the bitch worked at the spot. I'm like, oh, okay, she stole something. So I'm like, oh, you. So then I see her last tweet. Y'all getting on my nerves. I'm about to have to go away. So I'm like, well, this bitch, obviously. So all of this stuff is coming together. Finally, she turns herself in, goes home. Now, what I say, and I say to my aunt, I said, so if this was me and I showed up at your front door disheveled, what are you going to say to me? What's your first words to me? What in that moment? What happened? Are you okay? Who did it? And what are you going to expect me to do? Tell you something, right? Share something. I don't know. Something, right? This heifer just sitting there I can't remember. I don't know. All I know is that I woke up and someone was rubbing my hair. I said, "Oh, it's some freak shit." I then started thinking like, "Oh, she fucking. She went out fucking. That's what when she was doing some fucking." So then, we all then finally 2 days go by. She shows up. They give this fucking press release. The police officers, and they're very vague and saying, she showed up. We're not assuming anything. We don't have any answers, but it's very suspicious. They leave it very open. It's very suspicious. Everything is not adding up, but it's still an open investigation. No, we're not charging her at the time. And so in my mind, I was like, oh, the pressure's on, girl. They about to come get your ass. So one thing that I kept saying was, well, she's going to plead insanity. Anybody in this situation is going to plead insanity. You're going to say I was going out my mind. I'm crazy. But the police requires her to go in for a psych eval, which she declined first when she went to the hospital. Then she declined again. So now we're here. Her attorney comes out and make a statement. Yes, he came out and made a statement. She made it up. It was all a lie. No fucking shit. It was all a lie. The parents shivering on the cameras, and I believe he's still out there. I wonder how embarrassing that is. So, of course, she's not going to come out and make the statement. Then her boyfriend, he brings his ass out here. Now, I want to say this, though, because this got me as I was looking at this story. This is Carlee Russell. Now, this was the first original tweet that went out for Carlee Russell when it first fucking happened. Let me tell you the stats on this tweet. This tweet got more tweets than the last person who went missing and had a mass search like this. Folks were pissed the fuck off. Oh, baby, they were pissed the fuck off. So then, boyfriend comes out here, says he's hurt and his ex and blah, blah, blah. I feel you. I feel you. Because my thing was, I was starting asking, you didn't see her? She was crazy like this? You didn't know she would get down like this? So everybody, of course, want to know what are the updates after this. I'm going to give you those updates. But before I give you those updates, wouldn't you like to hear from Carlee Russell? Wouldn't you like to hear from Carlee Russell herself explain what happened? Well, crew, I got a little treat for y'all. Y'all finna laugh at me. I got a little treat. I want y'all to hear out of her own mouth what happened. Talk to him, girl.
About getting kidnapped and had the whole world looking for my dumbass for 48 hours. Why did I do this shit? I don't even know my damn self. My name is Carlee Russell and my crazy ass faked my own abduction. It all started just after 9:30 p.m. when I was driving down the highway coming from work. As I drove, I saw what appeared to be a leprechaun walking down the highway eating Lucky Charms. Nearby video surveillance shows my ass pulling over with my hazards on, but there was no damn child anywhere near the damn car. I must have seen a damn ghost or some shit. I then called 911 and a family member to tell them about the shadow I just seen. While on the phone, I fakingly asked the made-up child multiple times if they were okay. But to no damn surprise, the made-up motherfucker didn't respond. I was fully in character at this fucking point. My crazy ass let out a fake scream for the family member to hear. The plan was to get them to think someone or something snatched my lil ass up and for them to tell the police about it. When the police finally arrived, my ass did a disappearing act like the wig on my head. I even left all my shit in my car to make the shit more believable. Days went by till I came back home to my mama house standing on her porch looking like a lost fucking puppy that got out the gate. They then took me to the UAB hospital where I got down there and played crazy like somebody played in my booty hole. More evidence even shows I planned the shit. I had a list of problems that I tried escaping from. I had an alleged drug problem off them perkies. I was failing the fuck out of nursing school and even stole shit from my job earlier that day. Now keep in mind, all this shit is still alleged and the investigation is still open, but right now my ass is looking crazy, fam. Please share for more awareness.
And there you have it, folks. There you have it. How more do we need her to come out here and say this? This AI shit is not a fucking game. I'm telling you, if you, side note, I've been telling people this every time I do a career day now. If you got a child, listen to me, parents. If you got a child, right the fuck now. Get them interested in AI. This is just like when computers started. and all the folks got hooked on computers and they're millionaires now because they learn computer code. Get your child in AI. I'll be finding myself trying to figure it out. Get them into artificial intelligence, computing. Find a class. Figure it out. Figure a way. I promise you, the way it's finna move, they are going to be paid. I hear artists talking about plans where in the future, when their voice degrades, they're able to use AI to pick it up. Beanie Siegel's finna come out with a whole AI project. So just a side note. But back to Carlee. What else do we want her to say? What else do we need this woman to say? You know what I mean? So here's what she's facing now. She's facing for filing a false police report, a Class A misdemeanor. It comes with a fine of $6,000 or a 1-year jail sentence. Now here I go. Watch somebody come up with a $6,000 for her ass. If she's stealing from Target, I know she ain't got 6 in the bank. So watch somebody come up with it for her ass. And there's possibly looking to charge her for the use of resources for that 48-hour search. Please stick this girl with some debt. Please stick her ass with some debt. I'm sorry. I don't care. Oh, well. The fact that, and y'all probably saying, Roman, that's not nothing major. It is definitely major. It took up so much time from other people. I think it was like 14 million views on that tweet for her search. Are you kidding me? So she definitely needs to be locked up. Now here are some updates I snagged. So one thing, her parents are claiming they are now receiving death threats and they want the police to not be involved. All of the Russells' phones have been confiscated by the police via a warrant. Carlee's ex-boyfriend has filed a restraining order against her and the family. I said, now, not y'all trying to fight him. What y'all mad at him for? Shit, what you mad at him for? She should be filing a restraining order against y'all. Ring her ass around her goddamn what? While she was missing, her ex received a text stating, "Hope you enjoy finding Carlee body on the side of the road." Now, see, that to me leads me to the motive that she was seeking attention from him. That is what that led me to believe. The hotel she was in was reserved 4 days prior with, of course, we know that, Chantel Bronx. She ordered food, the same IP address, and a arrest warrant will follow if Carlee doesn't undergo a 72-hour psych eval. Which I kind of figure she's gonna be forced now that these are coming forward. If they come forward with charges, she's definitely gonna have to go through a 72-hour psych evaluation. The psych evaluation is gonna prove that this girl isn't crazy. You were in nursing school. And I'm not saying that these things don't mean that you can't be mentally under some type of distress or you can't be diagnosed with something, but certainly your pattern will have to be very consistent, and for a period of time for you to sit here and claim mental. So now you having a little bout right now, out of a tantrum. Okay, all right, have your tantrum, but adults get consequences when we have tantrums like this. Ain't no fucking way I'm gonna be able to get into an Uber and call 911 and say this man is harassing me. He got a gun to my head and no proof just because I want some attention. It don't work like that, Carlee. So yeah, now at this point, like with the Shanquilla, we're just waiting for the formal get her ass in handcuffs. We want that picture of her in handcuffs walking outside into the car. Yes, yes. You gave us all the visual of an alleged child stranded on the road. We need that visual, ma'am. And we need to know the motive. That's where we are with this story. So what y'all thinking? What's up, the real K-Fit? I be seeing you out and too. You have me laughing. Latasha Phillips, my boo. When I be speaking, I'll be like, what up, boo? What's up? Hey, Karen. You're another boo. What's up? What's up, y'all? Thank y'all for coming through. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. I think Nat King Cole was the first AI singing a duet with Natalie. Yeah, it's about to be major. And to top it off, Crime Watchers won't return the $63,000 in reward money. That's a lawsuit. What you mean? That's a whole lawsuit. Will wasn't Tupac the first to appear on stage. Yeah, he was the first hologram. Daddy and mommy will pay. You know they will. Is that my boo? Hey, pretty chocolate girl. What's up? Teach our children coding. Absolutely. I'm all for it. I wish I could have. I wish I could have took that role. I'm all for it. So moving right along for the sake of time. So that's Carlee Russell. And that's her boyfriend. He made his statement, whatever. Now, let's get into another person. So Tiffany Haddish. Tiffany Haddish just came out here. She's making statements. She's talking. Everybody's like, why is she talking now? I'm like, you don't know? She got a movie coming out Friday, Haunted Mansion. Animated her first remake of an animated movie from Disney. So she's coming out here talking. You know that she's talking about every fucking thing but that fucking case, okay? She's not talking about the child. She ain't talking about nothing, the settlement, nothing. She ain't even mentioning that period in time. It's almost like she skipped that period and she's talking about things before and things after. And like, okay, all right, I get it. You got some good PR training now. I get it. Okay, for the sake of, I get it. But she did come out here and let us know about her relationship with Common. So what she said is that she, thought everything was okay. They had some issues, but it wasn't to the point where she thought, it was on and off. So they were on and off on a period of time. She receives this phone call and he says, I think this relationship has run its course. And she was like, you're going to be a 50-year-old single man? Oh, okay. Now, the reason why it sort of like contradicts everything that we thought about their relationship, we thought the breakup was mutual. I remember reporting on it. They thought it was mutual. And at the time I said, I think her career at the time was outshining his, and I think it may have been a issue. Well, he had came out and said at the time, he, to still continue to love each other and be there for each other is to not be in a romantic relationship because we won't be able to give to that. I don't want to be 1 foot in and 1 foot out. So he recognized that it was an issue, but it was not like, this dry, I'm over it. It was mutual. No, it wasn't mutual. And I could see Common doing that to her. I'm not no shade, but I could see Common telling her. And my friend told me he dodged a bullet. He dodged a bullet. I don't call it what you want, say what you want. He dodged a bullet. He definitely dodged that bullet. Can you see him? And one thing she said in this article, and she did it with the Washington Post. One thing that she said she said that he was the safest out of all the relationships she was in was with Common. And she said she thought it was very mutual, and she realized at a point that he would start going to events and accepting invites to events that she wouldn't get invited to. And that was a thing, I guess, that, if you went to an event and, you told them I was your plus one, they would say, okay, I guess, I got Tiffany. Well, she can't come. All right, well, I'm still coming. Was his thing. Now, shit, I thought that was like sort of part of the deal of dating an actor. Like, you understand, I can't be, but maybe that wasn't her judge. She ain't like that. So then she started talking about some more personal things. She started talking about her miscarriages, how she suffered her 8th miscarriage. And it's all due to her having an endometriosis. And so I was like, wow, 8? And so she equated it to God telling her that whoever that guy was at the time that she had the miscarriage from, with, he wasn't the guy for her. I said, well, damn, after 8, I don't know if I'll be still running around here. I don't know if I'll be running around here still telling people that's the story. Stick to it being something internal. You know what I mean? I don't think you want to put that off on anybody else. She said her uterus is shaped like a heart. I didn't think that was anything to joke about, because there's a lot of people who suffers that. I know someone near and dear to me who suffers with like what are they, polyps or polyps in down there. And I know how that has taken a toll on her as well. So I don't think it's anything to joke about because I've watched my friend go through the ups and downs with it. But here's what she said. So she goes on, I feel like a piece of my soul die every time. I don't know if I'm capable, and I feel like that was God's birth control telling me he is not the one. That is not who you are supposed to be having a baby with. The 43-year-old further revealed to the Post that she had kept it quiet because she didn't want people saying, are you okay? Are you all right? Like a wounded animal. I just rather go in a cave by myself and lick my wounds. Now, I wanted to end it here because I agree with her on that last part. I am so the same way. Like once you go through something or you got an issue, you don't want to be a victim. You don't want to play the victim role. You rather let me deal with my shit, let me get myself together, and then present somebody who's dealt with the blows. And so I understood that part. And then plus she's a celebrity. People are gonna pick apart. So I understood that to a certain degree. I definitely understood it. Now, does this soften my blow for Tiffany Haddish in light of everything that we know she's been a part of? Hell no. I still look at her like, girl, so why in the world did you ever think that that was a cute skit to partake in? Ever. Ever. I still look at that. None of this softened her image for me. If that's what they thought it did, it didn't soften it. It allowed me into what she's going through, some of her struggles, which is within. You think you start questioning like, why would you involve yourself in? But that's neither here nor there. It's what's happened is happening. Let me see what y'all had to say. Hell no, hell no. Yes, my daughter. It's sad. Assist. Yes, that's what it is. Assist. Yeah. Well, isn't he with Jennifer Hudson now? Yes. And I like her show now, by the way. I really like her show. I thought I was not going to get into her show. Comment hasn't been right since Badu. I have so many things to say about Badu. It definitely takes some type of personality disorder for her to go that far. Even if she is just a pathological liar, the average person would be more rational, in my opinion. That's true. That's true. All right. So, sake of the time, let's move on. So, something is going on, y'all, with our near and dear friend Doja Cat. Something is going on. Something's not right. I don't know. A lot of what she's been facing and going through, people are saying that she started her career when she was 17, 18. She's 27 now. When she was 17, 18, she was an alcoholic. So she was making decisions about her career and stuff based on that time frame. And now she's sober and free spirit and wants to live on her own rules and by her own way. That's her mentality. And so she went on like a little tirade with her fans. Now, mind you, I'm not a cat, a kitten. I ain't none of that shit she be calling her fans. I like Doja Cat singles. Okay, I'm a single fan of Doja Cat. I'm not a everything she does. No, by far. My God, no. Because she does got some bops. She definitely had some bops. So here's what kicked it off. Her fans have been asking her to tell them she loves them. Tell us you love us. In her DMs, on Twitter, on Threads. And so on Twitter, she went on and said, my life, my rules, my style, my attitude. And so a fan goes on, continues the question. I want to hear you say, I do love you guys, as you usually say to your fans. Now, this was something she did used to say. And she never used to want to call her fans a name. She was like, whatever. And then she decided to take up kittens and started calling them fucking kittens. I'm glad I didn't even know it because, honey, I don't want to be a kitten. The fuck? No, Doja, I didn't like that. Because for Doja Cat, kittens, no. So she goes on to say, I don't, though, because I don't even know y'all. Now that, here's the thing. It's one thing for you to be going through your own personal transformations and own revelations. It's another thing to be rude and disrespectful. I thought that was very rude and disrespectful. I did. You're the celebrity. They're your fans. You could have just said nothing. You could have simply not replied. I didn't like that. And I said, I thought about my favorite celeb. And, I would be like, damn, bitch. Okay, I'm breaking albums and shit, deleting songs off from iTunes. And that's exactly what her fans did. Fans deactivated pages. Fans was deactivating pages all night. She lost like 245,000 subscribers from her Instagram. Now, that may not be nothing to some people, but that's a huge indicator for a lot of folks. I think, and we're going to sum it up. And I'm going to tell you the reason why we're here with her. And so her response has been, my fans don't name themselves shit. If you call yourself a kitten or F kittens, that means you need to get off your phone and get a job and help your parents with the house. This to me sounds like someone who's went through a transformation from I want to be a celebrity, I want the fame, I want the music, I want to be out there too, I got it, and now I want to be normal again. It gives me that. It gives me I want to go work at the latest grocery superstore market and be cool. I'm great with my little millions. I don't want nothing else. And I think that's the best form for an artist to be in. because everything they give will be pure. It's not marketable. They're not making it for the masses. They're making music for themselves. Hence, the most recent music from Doja Cat. People are like, she's rapping through the whole song. I'm like, that's the fucking Doja Cat that's always been there. In order for her to sell records, we had to get all that other stuff, which some were bops, but she's not that person no more. You know what I mean? She's woken up. She's really she's awake now. But let me tell you what they're dubbing this now. I didn't know this was even a thing, but I do see the reality of it. So they're dubbing the relationship that a celebrity has with their fans or a content creator on any social media, including YouTube. The relationship that you have with your fans is called parasocial. It's a parasocial relationship. Okay? Go look at what parasocial relationships are. It's one-sided completely. The owner of the relationship is the celebrity. The fans are just there to appease the relationship. They don't make changes to the relationship. They don't do anything. And what you're seeing, and they really put that here, is this is what happens when y'all take parasocial relationships too far. Y'all don't know celebrities, and she doesn't owe anyone for real. She's doing her job. And that's the problem. You meet me at this way. You meet me as an artist this way, the 18 to 17-year-old alcoholic, whatever she called herself, making this kind of music, oh, I love you kittens, and being, all out there transforming, while you all are still fans adoring that behavior. Now that her relationship shifted, you have to shift. She's not waiting. She's no longer playing okay, I'm going to change. She's waiting for her fans to shift, even if it means she's losing fans. I think she recognizes that. Like, okay, all right, cool. I'll keep the core. And I think this is going to be the Doja Cat era that I like. Low key, no shade, all facts, no tea. This is the era I think I might like. Now, the rude shit, I'm not too here for that. Don't be telling me all that shit, especially masses can see it and stuff. You trying to embarrass me? Like, you the celebrity here. They see you responding to my, I think there's a way she could have done that. But I don't think I have a problem with her just being her damn self. I think it comes at a time where you have to, yes, King's Mina. When I found that out, I started looking. I said, oh, this is what this is. It's so interesting because you'll see a lot of the characteristics of what a parasocial relationship is. You'll see that those features around. They should have been canceled her after that racist stuff. She's trash. And that double stuff she be on. I had a video for y'all on her, but I said, I can't do it. I can't do it. Miss Juicy Reviews. Hey, boo. Good morning to you. Good morning. Thank you for coming through. All right. So that's Doja Cat. That's what's going on. Stay tuned. Do I think she care? Hell no. I don't. Now, I want to talk about Carlos King and NeNe Leakes. I shared it on my community wall. Now, typically when I share stuff on my community wall, I probably am watching the video or I'm sharing it on the wall so I can go back to watch it. This NeNe Leakes video I shared on my community wall was just that, to go back to watch it. But something said, watch it right now. Baby. If you are a Real Housewives of Atlanta fan and you into the tea and want to know all of that, it was so good. It was so good. I found myself, I was working doing it. I kept pausing like shit. Coming back, it was really good. That's the NeNe I like. She was calm. You could still tell she had her ego, but Carlos did a good job of snatching that motherfucking ego up out of Carlos. I know you got you an African based on this conversation, but yo, you did a good job. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Yo, he did a bomb ass fucking interview. That shit was amazing. Again, if you have not seen it, go check it out. Now, of course, I wouldn't be Roman if I did not have just a little clip. So I want to play this little clip of her. Now, I put on the thumbnail, I shared NeNe and Kenya. So his question was, what do you think changed the show? Was the biggest change on the show? I'm thinking she's going to say her being removed from the show. I'm thinking all kind of stuff. What you think NeNe the Leakes said? Get into this. And Carlos, don't flag the channel, bruh. Shit, I'm shouting you. I want people to come check you out. For real. Oh shit. Y'all gotta check this clip out. Okay. And shout out to the crew. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me though. I appreciate y'all being here. It feels so
That's what I
good.
think it changed.
Busted laugh.
Why?
I don't know. I think all these things started. So
Now, mind you, he asked her that question and she said, Kenya.
for instance, when me and Lisa and Deshaun and Sheree, all of us started, they were our real husbands and our real boyfriends. Sheree was really married to Bob, and they really were going through a divorce. Deshaun was really married to Eric, and they started to have their issues. Lisa was really with what's his name?
Ed Hartwell.
Ed Hartwell. I was really with Greg. Kim was really with Big Papa. Our stories were real. Everything we talked about and did was real. When we had disagreements, they were real. We didn't pretend like we had a boyfriend and we didn't have one. I mean, and then I think once Kenya came on the show, I'm not saying that Kenya started it or did it, but I'm saying at that moment it started to be let's create our storyline. Well, we didn't create a storyline. We just showed up to work and just was filming and being who we are. They started having boyfriends and they weren't really their boyfriends, and that kind of stuff to me changed the dynamic of the show. To me, if you didn't have a boyfriend, you just didn't have a boyfriend, and that's how it should have been shot.
Now, do y'all agree? Actually, that was her answer to the dynamics between women coming on the show and being single or faking having a relationship. I agree with that. I do think that took a toll on the show when we started realizing that, oh, okay, this ain't real. I think, this was one of her most candid, honest interviews. Let me tell you some of the shit that stuck out with me. Big motherfucking Papa, who Kim was dating on season 1. Do you know he was married, right? Still married, according to NeNe. This all allegedly. And her name is Kim, too. And here go NeNe. Get into that. Catch that. I said, oh, Kim. So, Kim, you got another Kim? Big Papa got 2 Kimberlys on the side. Woo. I said, oh, okay. Another little bit of tea. She's like Cynthia was behind the scenes running, what's his name? What's Peter? Running Peter. She said on the show, they made it, Cynthia came off as, she said when she first, because the show kept trying to push Cynthia on, the show. So NeNe and her, they sat down and met. They kicked it. She liked her. But she could tell she had that split ass. And so, she would be able to, she said, honey, she could read. She'd be reading Peter down behind the scenes, honey, putting his ass out, making him sleep at bar 1. But on the show, she was so, you see that a lot. Sometimes you see that a lot with a lot of, so articulate and poised and stuff. But behind the scenes, they get down with the get down. So she was saying, like, Cynthia was with the shits. And she related it to her relationship with Greg on the show. She's like, y'all thought I was bossing Greg around. Greg was the one behind the scenes getting me together. And she said when she divorced him, Greg called her and said, you bitch. You bitch. I was like, okay. Now, do I believe that? No, I don't. I just don't. I still don't believe that Greg. She said she felt like she emasculated him with her money because Greg was one of those guys who feel like I need to take care of the family. I need to, she's like, I can just do it on my own now. I can see her playing that role. And he asked a good question. Do you think women, when they're in those relationships where they weren't the breadwinner, they become the breadwinner and they take this I'm the boss role, do you think they do that intentionally? And of course, in NeNe fashion, no, I just felt like for so many years, I felt like I was doing a good thing. Girl, NeNe, I can see through it. Now, I don't watch you from day one with the bob, okay, and the loose tooth. I remember that. That's actually the NeNe I like. She also said that behind the scenes, she felt like Cynthia was trying to get her off the show. Since she felt like Cynthia had a whole clique running behind the scenes, trying to get her ass off the show, working with the producers. She said she felt like the producers, every time they brought a new girl on, the code was go after NeNe if you want to pop. Don't that sound like something else? Some other kind of situations that be going on. If you want to pop, you got to go after a certain person, or you got to. I said, look at this shit. Y'all was pulling them stunts too. I said, wow, that's interesting. So let's get into like she shared. It was a whole heap of shit that we got out of this interview. What else did she say? She said she made $10,000 on her first season. I said, damn, 10 stacks. They should be ashamed of themselves. Y'all should just get a commission check off of that. $10,000. Producer asked NeNe to introduce Cynthia. What else? She thinks Kenya and Portia were great additions. She did say that. Her and Candy called production. Oh, that was the other thing. Portia was on the chopping block. They didn't like her. They wanted to let her go. It was NeNe who called Candy, and they all called the producer and was like, you got to keep Portia. She is good for the show. And so NeNe's whole preface of saying it was like, funny how people forget that. Funny for people how forget that. I'm like, girl, look at you. Look at you. What are you doing? Oh, I'm looking at this clap. So let me see what else. What other updates was in here? She agrees season 6 is the best ATL cast from when she was on. She said that the show needs Kenya, but she never seen her as the star of the show. She did not like the fact that Carlos King was die-hard a fan of Kenya's. He kept saying, I want to twirl with her, and I was so excited, and I knew her, and she was like, and NeNe fashion. I'm like, let him have his moment. Let him have his moment. So that's what we got. That's what I got out of NeNe Leakes. I got 1, 2, 3 more stories that I want to share, but for the sake of time, I can't. But I have to leave on this story because it was supposed to be on Monday's show, and I couldn't show it. But I got to. And if somebody else want to talk about it, can't somebody else talk about it? But I don't know if y'all heard about this story. The mother who dragged her daughter by her braids. Sorry if we taking a detour, but we are. Crew knows how we do. Hot topics, local news, we mix it up. Right now, we got to take a detour and go back to Monday. If y'all didn't hear about this story, it pissed me off so motherfucking bad. It pissed me off so bad, y'all. It really hurt my feelings. And y'all, it really did hurt my feelings. It was like, are you fucking kidding? So this mother drags her daughter by her braids off the park. You want to know why? Because the daughter was out there playing with the other kids at the park, and they were jumping in the pool. Now, you know that ain't safe, of course. But I think a little, hey, let's go. So her mother came outside, dragged this little girl, and the little girl was trying to run from her mother at first. Once her mother got her, she dragged her. So the other girl was like, I don't know what to do. She grabbed her phone and just said, well, let me just start recording it. I don't know what else. So the girl takes it to her auntie like, look. The auntie was like, what? Y'all listen to this story. This is what I wanted on Monday's show. The auntie calls 911. 911 is like, okay, what you want us to do? If there's no other proof, we can't do nothing. By this time, we hour 1 after this incident. So you know the child done got her ass beat. She probably in there bruised up now. So then the auntie is like, let me drive down there. She drives down there to literally show them, look, do you see? So they finally then send two trooper cars out there to get the mother. And the story is worse from there. The school even reported it to the fucking police. The school. Because she was coming in. But nobody wanted to do anything about it. Poor fucking baby. Nobody wanted to do anything about it. So yes, I definitely want to talk about this story. So I want to show y'all this clip. If y'all could please hit that like button for me. Share the video out. Leave a comment when the video over with. Please, I really do appreciate it. I want y'all to see this. If you are, sensitive and maybe you don't want to see it, it ain't the video, it ain't the full video, but it's just definitely enough for us to see what goes on. So check this out.
Get up! This video comes after an 8-year-old was outside playing with her neighborhood friends. Gabriella Harris and her sister were outside playing with the child from the video.
We were in a pool, and that's when we decided to move the trampoline closer to the pool so we could jump in and out of it. And when we did that, I think she got mad and came outside and told everyone to leave.
Shortly after, Harris says she saw the little girl outside asking them for help, and that's when they decided to record. In the video, you can see the little girl running away from her mom while the other children yell. The child is then dragged through the grass and hit in her face.
Watching that take place, how did that make you feel in that moment?
It made me feel sad.
When Mackenzie, Gabriella's aunt, says as soon as her nieces sent her the video, she immediately called the Bibb County Sheriff's Office. She says she called numerous times but did not get the response she expected.
So I ended up having to go to the police department, and there was an officer sitting in his car, and he dispatched for 2 officers to come. It should not have taken 2
No
hours.
fucking
Because if
sense.
it was a deadly situation, those kids would have been seriously harmed, or they could have been killed.
Mackenzie says she uploaded the video online to seek resources for not only the child, but the mother.
The school's been making reports on it as well, but they couldn't do anything because there was no proof. And so I feel like it's a systematic failure here. A lot has failed that child. A lot has failed the mother as well. Because someone said to me, I even thought about posting her bond, but under the conditions that she get help.
Mackenzie says she hopes some good comes from this.
I'm hoping and I'm praying that this incident is something that is something like a wake-up call for not only us as black people or black mothers, it's other races that go through the same thing. This is a, look here, mental health awareness is something that needs to be taken serious.
That don't make no sense. What up, Chef Don Don? Good morning. Good morning. I'm happy. I'm very happy. Dragged. Okay? Dragged. I'm so glad the little girl, even our little babies know to pull out their phones now and start to record. And you better tell your child, you see me in distress, arguing with somebody, fighting or something going on, and you know, start recording. If you got to put the phone down, you know how critical those things come in. They're handy. This girl wouldn't have got no help without the video recording. Period. The 911 call didn't do anything. The school couldn't do anything. This girl would have had no help. And that's why Monday I really wanted to talk about it, but I couldn't hold this one no longer. I just wanted to share, like, yo, this shit is out of control. Now, the mother had 2 other kids, so she had a total of 3 kids, all getting their asses beat. And so now we're here. We had to reach mass media for some attention to come. Does she need to get her kids back? Hell the fuck no. No, ma'am. She don't need her kids back. At all. At all. At all. At all. So I wanted to share that story with y'all. A very sad story. And I had another story I wanted to share, but y'all look into it. I might talk about it on our next show. I might not. But there's this woman, okay? Her name is Tiara Young. She's stuck in Dubai right now. She's stuck in Dubai. She's been there since April, okay? In April, she traveled to Dubai with a friend for a vacation. Now, she was a TikToker. That's why this is blowing up. She's a TikToker. And she's like this trucker that's the only woman who's driven a tractor trailer in Dubai. And her and her friend were in a rental car, and it got into a crash with another car. So their car was towed back to the rental agency. They go to the rental agency to reclaim their items. The man tells her she has to pay money. And she's like, no, I don't. I'm grabbing my stuff. And he starts yelling at her. So what you think she does? She yells back. And when she yells back, he calls the police because in Dubai, there's a law about shouting in public, specifically females shouting to males in public. So they arrested her. They let her go, but they kept her passport. She has to wait till her trial date. So her mother is over here fighting for us to do something. And I can only say to her, y'all have to know these policies before you get there. You really do. You really do. You really do. So, this is Tiara Young. I really can't go into the story like I want to. Black woman detained in Dubai may be victim of an intricate scheme. And what they're saying is it's a scheme that Dubai does is that they have these fake accidents where the rental car, American citizens, rental car, will have to get towed back to the rental agency, and if they want to reclaim their items, they got to pay a fee. and a very large fee. And they typically do it when you're nearing the end of your travel date with the rental car. So when you're about to return it in, maybe 2 days out, you'll notice a fake accident happen. And they're saying that it's part of a scheme. So I really can't go into it as much as I want to, but her mom came out here and made a statement. She is in jail for one reason and one reason alone. She raised her voice. In that country, a female is not even allowed to raise her voice. If she raises her voice, it's punishable by jail time. She's not in jail. Her passport has been confiscated. She is not allowed to leave Dubai until her trial. She faces 2 years in prison for yelling at a man in public. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? Ciao. So, Tiara, we going to follow the story, honey. We're going to follow the story. I'm going to try to bring it back up, but I got to look at the legal side. I got to walk that side too first, and then we got to walk it back to, because if that is the law, there is no way to get around that. There is no way. The only thing at that point is to have the U.S. Embassy attempt to work out a deal with their local state agency. But in terms of her trying to get out of this, she's going to have a real good attorney to prove something else. Sucks. And if you're planning to go to Dubai, be careful. Now, I want to end this on a quote of the day, which was, "Never run from the truth. It is always there. It never changes. Save your energy." And I really do mean that. And if you didn't catch what I meant by it, go back to the top of the video. I want to shout y'all out. Thank y'all for coming through. Thank y'all all for coming through. I'm happy that Auntie was proactive. Absolutely. I love that Aunt is about restoration. That's what I said. It ended on a positive note. Like, she wanted to help her. I was live on Monday. This too much. So freaking sad. Don't it? Not everyone needs to have children. Dragging her like a rag. Just imagine if she's dragging her like that outside in the public, what she's done to that child in the house alone when nobody's looking. I can't. Hey, pretty PR. Hey, shut up. It's good to see you. We missing likes. Yeah, y'all hit the like. Give me some love, y'all. Give me some love. Therese. You gotta know the rules. The sassy trucker. That's her TikTok. Yep. Yeah, it's bogus. I'm scared as hell. Are you okay? That's what I said. I said, really? Ciao. Out of shit. Can you imagine? Because I could see me. What the fuck? I ain't paying shit. And all of a sudden, yeah, you got to know the law. You really do. Can Will Smith go and get her? Stop. All right, y'all. Shout out to the crew. Thank y'all for being here. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I will see y'all when I see y'all, definitely soon. Thank y'all for being here. And as always, deuces.